Hey, how's it going? It's Ian with the Seek First Adventure, and today I'm bringing you part 2 of the window restoration series. And today we're going to be building an alignment jib for the dual pane windows. Whenever you're putting them back together, you have to be really sure that they are aligned properly, otherwise they won't fit back into the aluminum frames, and that could be a real problem, especially once you get the spacer and the sealant and everything on there, which we're going to go over a little bit later on. If they're not aligned right, it's not going to go in, and then you're going to have to take it all apart, and it's just going to be a disaster. So, VintageTrailerGaskets.com has an awesome source for all the gaskets and instructions and basically different ways that you can restore your windows, whether you're going to a single pane or you're doing like what I'm doing, restoring the dual pane. They have tons of solutions and resources in all of the gaskets, and a lot of it's newer stuff. It's not the same stuff that they were put in from the factory, so it's going to be a lot better material and technology. So highly recommend them. That's where I got the designs and the ideas for this and a lot of what I'm bringing you. I was pretty lost before I kind of stumbled upon their website, so I'm wanting to bring the knowledge that I've learned and just kind of what I've been doing. So we're going to get started on this. So what I have is a 2x4 piece of plywood. This is just 15-30 seconds, like sanded pine, I think, or something. It doesn't have to be anything special. I wanted to go with a smoother surface just to prevent splinters and that kind of stuff, so I went with the sanded plywood. And then you're going to need some just pieces of pine. These are 1/4 inch by 1.5 inch. And then I have cut them into these are like 3 or 4 inch segments, and these are going to screw down, and that's what's going to hold the window in place. And the 1/4 inch thick ones are going to be for the bottom pane, and they're going to hold the bottom pane in place. And then you're going to use these are, what size they are? Doesn't say, but it's roughly, I want to say probably 1x1 dowel. And then these will hold the top window in place where it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna get started on that. I'm using this window, and I'm going to put one down here and just kind of square it up, and then clamp it in place just using a C-clamp to hold the bottom while I attach the top. You don't want to get too tight. So I'm gonna see what I can do. So that's pressed down against that, and then I'm gonna just push these down, and while I'm holding that in place, I'm gonna just drill some pilot holes into it. Be really careful not to move it, and then I have just some Phillips head, I think these are stainless, or just wood screws, zinc, doesn't really matter. I think these are like 3/4 inch, so I don't want to go all the way through and have it be attached to my workbench, so we're just gonna screw those in. Be gentle. And that just broke it. Fantastic. Carpentry isn't exactly my strongest suit, but we'll get through this. So now we have the bottom pane secure. One thing that you need to remember is that you want to make sure that you have the panes in the right place. The bottom pane is the one that is thinner. That's the one that's on the inside of the Airstream, and the thicker pane is on the outside. So you got to be sure that the thinner one is on the bottom, so then the thicker one goes on the top. One of the other things is they have to be oriented the right direction, with the top facing away from you, and you can tell if it's the top, if it has the little molding scar marks. I don't know if you can see it right there. Let's see if I can get it to focus on it. Might be tricky. There's a little mark right there. You'll notice them. I'll take a picture and it'll be in the blog, or I'll put it in the video too. But that goes to the top. You can look at the writing too on it. Like this one has the PPG, the glass supplier writing on it there. And that'll ensure that they are in the right place. So from here, I'm going to use the Edge Saver gasket to actually be the spacer between the two to build the jib. Normally you wouldn't want to open this up until you're ready to use it, but I'm going to be building the smaller, the 22 by 18 or whatever size window today, and so I'm going to be able to use this really quick, so it's not really going to be an issue. If you can't do that, you need 3/16 of an inch in between them, so you can use something that's that size to space it to get it where it needs to be. Then you want to just center it up on there. Then you'll place the 1x1 blocks to hold it in place once you get it set up. And I'm going to use the clamp again on this one. And there you have it. We have both panes in place. They're held securely in there. They're evenly spaced, and it should help it all go together well. So there's a lot of work involved when it comes to restoring these old windows, but personally I think that this is the way to go. You know, if you convert it to a single pane, it's going to have a lot more condensation. You're not going to have as much thermal efficiency. It's just, especially, you know, if you're in heat or cold, and we're going to be in Texas a lot, and so there's a lot of heat, so I want to have as much efficiency in our unit as possible. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe below. We'd love for you to join us on our journey with all this. We got more how-to videos. We got more just more information about us coming up. I'm going to continue this series working with these windows. We're going to start putting them back together and putting them back in the Airstream. I probably won't put them 100% back in until I do the shell lift and all of that, but I'm at least going to have the windows tinted, fully rebuilt, all of that, and we're going to show you that whole process, and hopefully that'll help you if you're trying to do this as well with your Airstream. I know it's something that I couldn't find a whole lot of resources on, so I've kind of, you know, between figuring it out, seeing how the windows go together, and then finding the gaskets actually out there was a huge help. That's how I was able to do this, so I want to share the knowledge that I've learned and hopefully help other people be able to actually rebuild these old windows so people aren't just breaking windows to fix the tint issue that they have. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment below, and connect with us through Instagram, and then hopefully our site will be up pretty soon if it's not already. Have a great one.